Hey everybody, this is JJ and you're watching Reality Survival. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take a very close look at the Katadyn Pocket Water Filter. This is one of the best filters on the market. It's extremely rugged and durable and very simple and easy to use. So stick with me and we'll take a look at how this thing is constructed. We'll look at just how durable it is, how to use it, how to get water out, as well as a few tips on maintaining it. So stay with me and we'll get started here shortly. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and get a look at what comes with the Katadyn Pocket. So obviously the first thing is going to be the pump body, and then we've got the outlet hose or the clean water hose, which is a short one. It also comes with a little clip that will, it's supposed to be kind of an all-purpose clip to be able to clip the hose to the fill containers and stuff like that. We'll take a little closer look at that later on. Then you've got the inlet hose, which is the one that goes down into the water, and it does have a 130 micron pre-filter on here, and then an exterior weight basically is what this is, and then you've got a float right here that's adjustable so that you can adjust the depth that you will have the pre-filter in the water. You don't want it sitting right on the bottom. You'd like it to be, at least a couple inches underwater, but not sitting right on the bottom, sucking up unnecessary debris. So the hose is, approximately probably 2.5 or 3 feet long, plenty long enough to reach down into a creek. You also have the outlet hose package, and that's to basically keep the hoses from getting cross-contaminated. You've got a set of instructions, pretty easy to read, understand. Then you have some silicone lubricant, a couple of extra O-rings, a couple of these Scotch-Brite scrubby pads, and then you've got the ceramic filter gauge. Now this gauge will actually tell you when your ceramic filter has run out, but don't expect that to happen anytime soon because the Katadyn Pocket filter has a capacity to filter 13,000 gallons. That's right, 13,000 gallons. That's as much as some swimming pools. So it's really got a pretty incredible life. Then you've got the bag that it comes in. This is a very nice bag, very well constructed. It has vent holes in it to, if any water gets in there or anything like that, to help it to be able to dry out or drain out, whichever the case may be. But it's just a really good all-around, bag. Now, as far as the filter itself goes, this filter really is set apart from the other filters that are made by Katadyn, and this is part of their Endurance series. And the thing about this is this is not made for like your weekenders and that kind of thing, kind of like the Hiker Pro. Those are made for people who are going to occasionally need a water filter when they go camping or something like that, but they're not going to need regular reoccurring heavy-duty use. That's what this is designed for, okay? Now, you're going to pay the difference in price, right? This is a lot more expensive, but the difference in quality that you get is unbelievable. I mean, it really is. And I didn't even fully understand how much more well-constructed these were until I actually got my hands on it and started playing with it and taking a look at it and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so now we've got the filtering element, and this is a silver impregnated ceramic element. And what you can do is you can wash this off and take these green scrubby pads and scrub this filter off until you get back down to the original kind of pinkish color. And when you do that, then you know it's good and clean. Now you'll only need to do this whenever the pump starts to actually slow down in its pumping or become a little bit more difficult to pump. That's what's going to tell you, hey, you need to go ahead and clean this off a little bit. The other thing that I like about this is that the stainless steel check valves that are in here are also field maintainable. So you can actually, like right here on this one, you see that screw right there, and then you turn it over and you'll see the check ball inside there. Okay, so you can pull that out in the field to clean that off or get it unstuck or ungunked or whatever the case may be if you're in some really nasty water. Same thing goes for the check ball that's down inside here. You may not be able to see that one, but if you look over here, there's a screw to be able to access it. So the whole thing can actually be taken down and field maintained. Okay, so that is awesome. If you're anticipating that you're going to have to be needing water for an extended period of time and you need something that's going to be reliable, this is the way to go. I mean, it really is. If you can't tell by the way I'm talking about it, I am 100% impressed by how heavy duty this is. So let's go ahead and put this back together real quick. As you'll see, it's very quick and easy to assemble. There you go. Now all we got to do is slap on our hoses and we'll be ready to filter. So let's head down to the creek, get some water. Okay guys, so we're set up down here at the edge of the creek. We've got our inlet hose and pre-filter set up like this. This is pretty fast moving water, so we're going to extend out the float a little bit so that pre-filter will hang down in the water pretty good. Kind of like that. And then we've got our freshwater container here, and as I mentioned earlier, this has a pretty nice little stainless steel clip on it, and you can adjust, the depth of it, but that will clip to the top of the bottle just like that. Then we've got the pump body here. Now, one of the cool things that they've done is they put kind of a rubber O-ring on the bottom of the pump body, and that is so that when you're doing like I'm doing right now, you can set the pump down on the rock, and it won't slide around and slip around on you and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and start pumping, get this going. One of the things that you want to do before you actually bring this out and use it is you want to make sure that you run about a half a liter of water, of clean water, through it while you're at your house, with city water and stuff like that. And that's just to remove some of the ceramic dust. It's not really necessarily harmful, but you want to go ahead and try to get that out of there. So as far as the flow rate goes for the Katadyn pocket, you're going to get about a liter per minute, which is pretty standard across the board on most water filters that are out there. But as you can see, the water's coming out nice and clear, and it comes at a good steady rate. The pump's not difficult to pump. As you can see, it's just a nice, easy, steady pressure here. Really doesn't take too much at all. Now, if you feel the pressure getting harder, a couple of things. The filter could be dirty, like I mentioned earlier, or you may need to add a little bit of silicone lubricant to the piston to the pump down there. There's a little O-ring on there. Put just a couple of drops of silicone lubricant on it, you should be back in business. All right, we're just about full here. And there we go. That is just a little over a liter. Okay guys, so we've got this all pumped up. About a liter of good fresh water. As you can see, it's very clear. You know, and the water source that we take it from is moving pretty quickly. It doesn't look like it's very, like it doesn't have a lot of turbidity in it. But actually, when you pull it straight out and take a look at it, there is, you know, quite a bit of particles in there. So this is the filtered water. It actually tastes better than my my tap water at home. Um, we've got kind of the chlorine and taste and stuff like that in there, and I mean this just tastes. What it reminds me of is purified bottled water. It's really nice. Okay, so once you get done filling your container up, you need, you know, before you stick it back in your pack and all that kind of thing, you need to go ahead and empty the water out of it. And you can do that just kind of by continuing to pump. And that'll get most of it out. So it's pretty empty like that. And then if you need to, you can take the filter apart and shake any water out of that as well. That'll kind of relieve the pressure and stuff as well. And also, before you store it long term, you need to go ahead and run, I think they say about a half a liter of chlorinated water. So you've got some bleach and kind of a bleach and water solution. Mix that together and run that through there. Run that through the filter, and then that's going to, you know, keep any kind of mold or, you know, bacteria or anything like that from growing while you have it in there. One of the few downsides to this filter is that if you're going to be in extreme cold temperatures, you want to make sure that after you're done using the filter that you empty it completely out and let it dry out, okay? Because if there's water inside the filter and you get a good hard freeze, then you could actually experience crack, you know, get a crack or something like that into the filter. The only other downside to this filter that I can see is I don't really care for the little plastic outlet hose bag that they provide with it, because on a couple of different Katadyn filters I've had, those little bags, the top of it rips and it won't stay sealed shut. Now you can just as easily replace that with a Ziploc bag that will work just as good. But other than that, I don't have any recommendations for Katadyn to improve this thing. I mean, as far as the freezing goes, maybe if they added in some sort of a drain plug or a drain screw in the actual ceramic element so that it would be easier to get every bit of water out of the inside of it, that might be one possible way to make it better. But I mean, that's really being pretty nitpicky, and the overall quality of this is the best that I've seen. Okay, I've used a lot of water filters. I've owned several, and I've used a ton of different ones, and this one is, without question, it's machined and made to the highest quality standards that I've seen. It's made out of the best materials, it's the strongest, it's the most durable, and it's the simplest and easiest to use. You know, so I really like it. I like this because you can pump it into any container. This is the filter, this is the only stuff that you need, you know, to make it work, and you don't have to rely on any other components from breaking or anything like that. You could put it into a canteen, you could put it into a Camelback, you could put it into a Nalgene bottle. You can use it with whatever container you have available. You can just drink straight from it, you know, for that matter, if you wanted to. So that is what I think is one of the primary benefits to the pump style, you know, type filters. Pretty good stuff. I'm really impressed with it. Okay guys, so that has been a look at the Katadyn Pocket Water Filter. One of the best filters on the market in my opinion. It is definitely the most rugged and one of the longest lasting, and it really covers the full range of things that a water filter can do. It removes chemicals, it removes bad flavor and taste. It also takes out the cryptosporidium, the giardia, bacteria. You know, it really just does a good job at pretty much everything. So overall, considering all those factors, I think it is one of the best water filters on the market. Now you are going to pay for it. They run somewhere in the neighborhood of $350 or maybe a little more. I can't remember. You can go over to campingandsurvival.com to check that out and see what you can get them for. But these are, they're good. I mean, they're really good. If you're the kind of person that wants the best gear in your pack, and you know, when it comes to life-saving type gear like a water filter, you know, you should want that. The money that you pay for it is going to be well worth it, because I can just about guarantee you that this is going to be the last water filter that you ever have to buy. So anyway guys, as always, I definitely appreciate it when you click the thumbs up button, when you share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And don't forget to live the 6 P's. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe, guys.